Good morning, everybody. You probably saw the title of this video and want to know the real answer to the question. Did Update 51 ruin epic leveling? Is it even playable? And the answer to that question is not going to surprise you. It's very playable. That's right. It's actually so easy that it is unbelievable how big of a difference it is. Pretty much every single monster in the early epics is having a huge reduction in all of its health, damage, saving throws, and pretty much every single number associated with them. Whereas quests would immediately need something around like plus 55 to 60 DCs in Epic Elite. Now you can get by with like 35 to 40. Characters that don't happen to have any epic destinies to start now have some points. So if you're making a brand new character, you can actually start spending some stuff and get some powerful abilities. And the monsters are not nearly as overwhelming and crushing as they used to be. I decided to take some time to level all the way from 20 to 30 in one sitting and tried to run every single quest that was available on Epic Elite. I did not include Reaper because I wanted to give it as an example for how Elite feels for players, as there are many players who run Heroic Elite during the leveling process and then kind of get to Epics, click Epic Elite, and realize that this game mode is not for them. So by running Epic Elite, it gave me a good comparison. And the best way I can describe it is that Epic Elite feels like Heroic Elite feels, which is that it's not an insurmountable challenge. A lot of the regular trash mobs are probably going to be pretty manageable, and the bosses, you just got to make sure you have a heal here and there. But it's important to note that once you get into Epics, you have a much wider variety of abilities than you would have in Heroics. While a character like a fighter or a rogue would have access to no healing in Heroics, now with Epic Destinies, the way that they're set up, you're able to get access to all sorts of different healing abilities right out of the get-go. And in fact, in a lot of cases, especially since the monster health is so much lower than it was before, in Epic Elite, Lords of Dust, or Keep on the Borderlands, your character is able to not really have to get a lot of extra damage, but you can just specialize in and grab some extra healing or defensive abilities, making your character significantly more survivable, tanky, and more versatile overall. Now, I didn't really find that there were any hiccups whatsoever during the leveling process that we ran into. In fact, it was pretty much smooth sailing the entire way. Every single quest was very well balanced, which was a big surprise. I was thinking that there would be some massive outliers, monsters that are just hitting for hundreds of points of damage when I wasn't going to expect it, but that wasn't the case. Pretty much the entire time during the leveling process, the monsters do get progressively more dangerous as you increase in level, but it's still significantly less dangerous than it was before. As an easy example, in the quest Lords of Dust, I think it's level 21, on Elite difficulty, previously the cultists in that quest would have around 3,000 to 4,000 hit points, now they have about 1,500, so significantly less. Additionally, in that quest, there are these large armored knights called Death Knights, wearing this black plate mail. The Death Knights are immune to electricity and have powerful magic, and they can be quite difficult to deal with. In old Epic Elite, they'd have about 14,000 hit points. Now, they have about 2,200. That is a massive difference. It means that a lot of these characters, you're actually able to kind of deal with them pretty quickly, so even though they might still be dangerous, you don't have to expend all of your resources just to kill a couple monsters and then run out of spell points right away. As you move up in levels, it is noticeable the increase in difficulty, but it's also uniform, and this is the thing I think is the most exciting for a lot of players. Previously, when you want to go do an adventure, you really have no idea how difficult something is going to be. DDO has scaling all over the place, so a newer quest is generally going to be more dangerous than an older quest, and a perfect example of this is the Catacombs. The Epic Catacombs, the monsters in there hit significantly harder than any of the monsters in Evening Star. They just truck, and they're way more dangerous, even though they're the same levels. However, with this new system and change in scaling, the monsters actually do scale the same way, so if you head to Evening Star and do some quests, and then you head to the Epic Catacombs, if the quests are both level 23, the monsters are going to feel like they have about the same level of challenge with them. Now, of course, that is depending on monster type. Some monster types, like ogres, trolls, giants, happen to have more hit points than monsters that don't, and the saving throws are obviously a little different. It's not like all the monsters are the same, but the relative level of difficulty from one quest pack to the next is very, very streamlined. So you won't get a massive shock when you decide to go from the Druid's Deep quest chain to the Catacombs quest chain, and all of a sudden monsters are doing double, even though nothing really changed other than the place that you're physically standing. As you move up in levels and you start to get to some of the higher level stuff, like the Stormhorns or the Epic Orchard quests, the monsters definitely do start to have a higher resistance to a lot of your effects. Their saving throws do increase pretty quickly, and their health points go up. Monsters in level 29 quests have around 6,000 hit points each once you have a group together, and their saving throws are going to be somewhere around like plus 50-ish. So if you want to be having a no fail, you're going to want to get somewhere closer to like the the mid to late 60s if you want to get up there. However, you have time to build up to that. Your character can have the lower amounts of DCs in the earlier epics and then farm out some gear by actually being able to run Epic Elite, being able to run Epic Elite Keep on the Borderlands to farm out some gear, being able to run Epic Elite Catacombs, Epic Elite Delaris, Epic Elite Giant Hold, picking up the items that you actually need to build up your character stats so you can have that incremental experience versus just kind of waiting and not really doing anything because you can't farm out the gear, because farming out gear is really difficult because running Epic Elite is really, really time consuming and hard. So instead you would just avoid doing that entirely and then just wait till level 29. Now you can actually farm the gear while you're doing it. So if there's an item you want from a quest, it's not, oh, I can't do this quest, or I have to deal with farming it out on normal with a 10% chance. No, you can go in there with Epic Elite, you can invite your friends, and it is a lot more user-friendly experience. The new Epic Destiny system being a lot more flexible in the types of defensive abilities you can bring along, and how much extra defense you can pick up is honestly astounding, and it really makes the leveling experience easier. Not even trying to talk too specifically about the Epic Destinies here, but I had so many different defensive options on my Warlock while I was leveling up, deciding whether I wanted to just focus more on DCs to pick up some extra defense in terms of crowd control, or actually using the Unyielding Sentinel tree, which I used a whole bunch as a secondary because it just gave me so much free defense from absorbing curses, a bunch of hit points, and the ability to heal extremely quickly with renewal. So my thesis statement is this: if you are just getting started with Epic Destinies and you are, brand new, you just get to level 20, your experience is 100% going to be much more enjoyable than it would have been before. And I can say that because I actually asked people in my chat. We had a really big chat today. A lot of people were checking it out on Twitch, so it was a lot of fun. And if you're interested in doing that, make sure you go to twitch.tv/Strimtom to see all this content live instead of having to hear about it afterwards. And I asked a lot of people who were First Life, just new players getting started, and they had a blast going from, instead of running Epic Normal on quests, picking up on that Epic Elite, maybe even trying to do Reaper mode. It's a lot more fun when the game is a lot more accessible. So if you're getting started, Epic Destinies, they're easier to get into because they're a lot simpler of a system than they were before. And the actual leveling process, you don't have to all of a sudden have to change up everything and now you're running normal or casual trying to get through quests. Now you can just head straight into Elite if you have a strong enough character, or if not, you still can, work on normal and hard and kind of get your way there once you pick up a few pieces of gear. If you're an existing player, this is a godsend because now it means your Epic Pass lives are going to go significantly faster. Epic Elite is lightning. It's so fast now. I leveled today from level 20 to 30 in about 11 hours. Now that's not the most impressive time. However, it is really impressive when the Sands of Magnetic Terror are closed, so you have no Offering of Blood and no Tomb of the Wizard King. The Sentinel Chain is closed, so you have no spies in the house. And I didn't run any 50% pots or do any slayers. That's right, just going quest to quest to quest, running as pretty much every single quest one time on Epic Elite was an extremely fast and easy way to get my character up in 11 hours. I was barely paying attention most of the time because I was just chatting because it was moving so fast on the Twitch chat. If you're out there and you were worried about how it's going to take extra time and your character is going to feel really bad, I wouldn't be worried about that at all. We were just destroying everything. Epics feel significantly easier than they were before. Epic Elite feels like Epic Normal, honestly. And Reaper 1 probably feels closer to what old Epic Elite used to feel like. And that's the last thing I want to touch on here. Reaper mode. Epic Reaper feels like old Epic Elite used to. The monsters do hit quite a lot harder and a lot more durable in Reaper mode, so just bear in mind that if you do decide to go into Reaper during the Epic leveling process, Epic Reaper is quite challenging, and it is a lot more challenging than Epic Elite, which is slightly different from Heroic leveling, but Epic Elite a lot more accessible, Epic Reaper still quite difficult. So if you feel like you're going into Epic Elite and then Epic Reaper feels a little bit harder, that is by design. It is a lot harder, so don't worry if you can't actually get through that on your first try, or if you need to recruit some friends, as that's what the whole experience is all about. Now, I wanted to share with you guys a couple clips from today. So if you're interested to see how it actually performed and you don't want to hear me just tell you about it, obviously it's been showing in the background, but here's a couple clips of just some of the chunks of some of the quests so that way you can see kind of what the experience was like. And I did some stuff closer to 20 in the middle and also all through higher epic, so I'll include that here. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start blasting away and see how this works. Get 3 more AC. I can try. Interesting.
Stands behind a magical barrier, guarding a pile of treasure.
Seems pretty good.
Always more. The Minotaur snorts.
500 damage killed that bat?
To the flames. This quest matches one of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier.
Yeah. So it looks like the monsters have, 450, 35 hit points on the bat. Okay. Yeah, now it's no longer instant murder to run this quest chain. Cool. When you get to 20. Rats, 1300. So that's an appropriate amount of hit points for a rat around level 20. Crest goes in the socket. Oh, I didn't pick up that one. And he only has 22k. And he's dead. Okay, so it looks like the health of the monsters has been cut, and I understand why it happens. It happens to me as well, because I'm a curmudgeon old person, and I used to play this game. It was called, you might not have heard of it, it's called League of Legends, I think. And League of Legends, I used to play League of Legends all the time, but they kept changing the game, and I pulled the Gibber's Blade! No kidding! Right there, let's go. I said no jib, there it is. We pulled 2 Gibbers! We doubled down! 2 Gibbers, 1 chest. Okay, does anybody need one? No one needs it! Literally no one needs it. I can't use it. I already have one. Did we really pull 2? And no one needs it at all? Oh. Wow. No one even needs the jib. Hilarious. Hilarious. This is a donation to Jack Gibbers. This is a donation to Jack Gibbers. So yes, there was a jib. Holy crap. Unbelievable. Is it a screenshot that will think you a liar? I'm doing it live. It's the video. It's on camera. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jack Gibbers Blade. Lumbar support? It's the greatest. And this is like a 7 or 8-year-old chair. I got this from a friend of mine who had someone that they knew who worked at the federal government, and their office was replacing all their chairs, so they got one. And then they gave it to my friend, who then didn't want it, so they gave it to me. Oh, so good. So that's my recommendation to you. Don't buy them, don't believe the fads and buy them cool-looking chairs. No. Buy them really boring chairs. Like the really boring office chairs that don't look cool at all. The less cool your chair looks, the better it's going to be for your back. That's just a direct correlation, or an inverse correlation. So the shittier chair looks, the better it is for your internal organ system and structure. And also, yes, they cost like $1 million. Office chairs also cost like $1 million, which sucks. Notice that they're not made for comfort, they're made to look cool? Yeah, and if you're going to be sitting down all day, because you're a video gamer, you probably are. Oh god! I can't jump. Executive chair? Mm-hmm. Oh, lumbar support. It's so good. You can buy a Harmon Kardon? Harmon Kardon? What's that? A click, they save for 30 seconds with 45-second cooldown. Yeah, what I would say is there's going to be a lot of typos in here. I've found many, many, many of them. So just expect typos and some things to be slightly different than you initially expected. Designed to put your feet up while smoking? True, yeah. You know what? You know what I need? Wait, where am I going? Oh yeah, right. Standing desk. Woo! There we go. I'm gonna stand up. Oh, get to be more active. Armin Miller chairs are reported the best? Yeah, I can believe that.
Much longer than I had hoped.
Second-hand sites places. Well, you can. The thing is, like, business surplus. There's tons of like business surplus stores you can go to, in pretty much any regional area or websites, and there's tons of surplus. You don't need to buy something brand new. Like I said, I got this chair is very secondhand. Yeah.
Why are these minions always so flimsy?
So if that's an option for you, I would recommend doing that instead. As you said, Harman Kardon. You meant Herman Miller, not Harman Kardon? That's okay. I do that all the time, where I'll be like, "Oh, what's that? Destiny Caller or something?" It's like Batesinger. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Then I fear you
I didn't pick up because I'm not super familiar with the brand Herman Miller, so I didn't get with that one.
There are almost no signs.
The Circle Durkle chairs? No, not Circle Durkle. That's a good one. Classic. The old Circle Durkle. Is sound stuff? Oh, there you go.
Some kind can be seen through a fissure in
Absolute steel unless it's literally broken. Yeah, but just repair it yourself. Be a responsible member of your community by fixing old and broken pieces of equipment. Also, I don't know how to build that or repair stuff. I mean, I kind of do. Like I like no desire to build it, get a new chair. So in the event that I have to get a new one, I will. This chair actually used to have arms on it, but I hated them, so I chopped them off. If I chopped them off, I mean I took the screws out and took it apart and took the arms off the chair. And it's way better. I hate the arms on the chair. And there's also probably a YouTube guide for it. Oh yeah. Like I love telling the story. So like several years ago, I had lawnmower. Lawnmower's broken, right? Gonna pull it over for the first mow of the season. Gonna crank out the mower. Boom, nothing's happening. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. I don't want to spend like $100 million. Go to Home Depot, buy a new lawnmower or something, or go onto some secondhand website and buy a new lawnmower. I don't want to do that. So I go online on YouTube.
You mean you took a Sawzall and went to town?
Sawzall? No, not quite. So I go on YouTube and I'm like, okay, lawnmower not working, like whatever, and I type it in, and then all of a sudden I get this YouTube video of this like Texas dude, who's telling me the story about how he's like, there's just an issue with a single valve, and all you have to do is just poke a pin through it. So in this video, he explains that you're gonna take the lawnmower, and you basically take it apart, and there's this one nut, and you take the nut off, and then you poke a pin through the hole on the nut, and then by poking the pin right through, and then you put it back on, and the lawnmower works perfectly fine. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, that makes no sense. It's clear, I can already see through this. Why would I poke a hole through it? So anyway, take it all apart, put it in, poke the hole through, screw it back together, and this guy's, he's like, yeah, you bring this up to a repair shop, they'll charge you like $200 for this, but this is all you got to do. So then I go and I take it, screw the thing back on, put it together, works. Brand new. Unbelievable. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Thank you, Texan man, whose name I don't know. Let's get a goat. It's an automated lawnmower. It is. Also, what's up, Ogre on Fire? How are you doing? Thanks for the bits. Appreciate it. Yeah, if something breaks, my first reaction is YouTube, how to fix it. And if I can't find it something easily on YouTube, then panic or cry. And where am I going? Am I lost? Yeah, I'm lost. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, panic or cry, and then delay buying a new fix for it for years. Is my general path. That's how I go about it. Look for a new chair. Just throw this one up ahead. Got it with 40% discount. Here you go. Gotta do that 40% discount. How do you like the new way to do Epic Destinies? Mad Max, I love it. Heavily biased. I'm a big fan. Big fan. I could easily just get a whole bunch of fresh new air into an area. I'm a big fan. Live with goats if I had a garden? Yeah. Not anymore. Finally got your DDO character to level 3? Nice! That's awesome.
Come this way.
It might take some time, but you get there. You picked Paladin, right? I think you picked Paladin.
I think the wizard Tharno stands.
Maybe with that route? Yeah.
Great cavern ahead.
DDO chair? I got my DDO chair to level 3. Ooh, higher level chair, huh?
And you, Rongnir, as well, I see.
I love this cloak. This cloak is so sick.
Liar.
I don't know, it's just so detailed. I love all the detail on the back of it. It's so exciting. You picked Barbarian? Oh, okay. Gotcha. We were talking about Paladin.
What are your
I remember from last time.
plans?
And by me saying I remember, I mean I forgot, and I'm trying to feign like I didn't.
For you to know, you
Classic Strimtom.
giant. You have
Made it, and I want the new area. It seems awesome. See, I like the new Destiny stuff, and on top of that, we've been running Epic Elites, and it has been so fast and so easy. God, it's so good. And the reason why it's exciting that it's fast and easy, this character has most of the past lives. So this is a very, very, very strong character. And the reason why I like the fact that it's fast and easy is not just because having all the past lives is very cool, but also, this, to me, feels like if somebody was going and doing what I'm trying to do, you know, Epic Elite feels like Heroic Elite again, so it's much more accessible.
5 seconds ago, don't believe the lies.
What are you talking about? I don't remember what you're talking about. I don't remember telling you any lies. Flame Pillar should be an epic strike, so that's a bug. No, Rugnir, come back. Able to be a paladin, but I'm not comfortable with healing spells. Oh yeah, for sure. Hope you're having a good. 1 LPN. Do your skeletons not have stashes? No, not generally. No.
whatever remains of his mining.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Splitting oozes and epics is so strong. You have to wait for reapers sometimes to see if they spawn, but other than that, you're pretty much in the clear. Oh, the textures on these elementals look amazing. Yeah, everybody. Also, I don't know what's happening to my sound effects, but they just left on me. Just didn't want to stay here, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I'm missing out. I should have like a large mustachioed skeleton in my campaign. Just show up.
Into the depths of a clear pool. When you approach, she looks up, startled.
Damn, man. That's some good shit. Crack this door. And we go like this. Drop down the AoE.
Betrayal! Get again!
Ah. No, go away. You can't intimidate these things, so I'm kind of just working around that. However, you can sort of intimidate them. The shield smash, by the way, does intimidate. Even monsters that are immune to intimidate, like these skeletons. Yeah. And R7 now is like R3 last week. Yeah. But no worry, guys, don't worry about it. It's
Still streaming when Ellie Twitch is gonna run out of pipes for all the data.
Stream is gonna, or not stream, stream Twitch. Twitch is gonna run out of pipes. My brain is gonna run out of pipes. I have like a headache. I think the headache's because I didn't eat anything. I had a bowl of cereal today to eat. Literally, that's all my food. I didn't eat breakfast. I had a bowl of cereal. Are there Umber Hulks behind me? I don't remember. I really hope there are not Umber Hulks behind me, because that is super problematic. Okay, we're good. Bad stream. Get Snacko? I will. I'm busy, man. There's too many video games. Like, this is how I can tell I'm having a good time, when I literally don't want to do anything other than play the video games. When I'm just like, oh, I could eat dinner, but I could just play video games instead. Okay.
With a resounding crash, the mining golem destroys the wall of stone.
This should be good for the most part. And get that done. Okay, we're good. Oh, miners. Another Doom. We've been clearing Doom Reapers like it's nothing. It's kind of cool. Can we get this man a cheeseburger? Someone get this man a shield. I'm good. This is level 30 for me, so that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, important note, my characters I don't even have the crit multi yet from the capstone. Crit multi. I feel like because Arcane Tempest is so good, maybe it's worth it to go with a more force-based approach and strategy. Only delivery? No, I'm okay. I'm good, you guys. You guys are stressing out. I am fine. I do need to take a bit of a break because I can feel like my hands are already starting to hurt. I have like an arthritis, so...
This tank is hella rad. But I'm also a Witch of the Veil Oracle Paladin Monk to start off.
A Witch of the Veil Oracle Paladin Monk? That sounds like some shit you got off of Reddit. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I can't do anything, but so I had to knock him out, like so. With Mining Elemental. Oh, yeah. So did you crank up the difficulty? Because 30 armor class means basically monsters need a 20 to hit you, unless you go into some of the higher tier monsters.
Wall of stone spell seals the passage to the north.
How's your mana holding up?
Mineral veins gleam in the stone walls of this tower, lit by glowing gemstones scattered in piles.
35 now, probably 40 if I turn on defensive fighting. Shit. Even still, though, there's some monsters. Like I said, that Retriever had like plus 24 to hit or something. It was so gross. It was very difficult to manage. Fortunately, Shield of Faith plus Bark Skin plus Seela's regular armor class, so I had like 33, I think. So it only hit her 3 times. But, oh man. Yeah, that's a lot of armor class. Get stunned, jerk. I'll make their stuns, or stun save. Why are you all making your stun save? So everyone said they have high fortitude saves. Easy, just have more HP. Mm-hmm. True that. Also, this barrier of scales is so good, man. AC is less important. They're different. In DDO, they're different stats. They're both good. Like, my armor class right now is only 90, but it still means that about, I want to say, a quarter of the attacks that come out to my character don't hit. And that's really powerful. Like, mitigating a quarter of hits. If you said a quarter hits, and I don't have to do anything. Getting it higher than that's a little bit different. If you get around 130, you're mitigating about a third of all hits. 120, 130 is about a third. And so whether you want to get that extra, whether I want to do that extra 40 armor class for a bit more dodge, like getting 8% less hits on my character, which is good. So don't get me wrong. No capacity bad. Oh yeah, I forgot. Another thing about this character is every time I hit them with my Eldritch Blast, they have a chance, 10% chance to get confused. When they're confused, they just stand there and attack either each other or nobody. Oftentimes they'll just do nothing when they get confused. My button. I don't know if I've ever done this quest this easily. Obviously this is R7 and not R10, but god damn. This is just working. Also, Dragon Breath is putting in heavy work. I don't think I can get rid of Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. I might just go tier 5 Draconic. And then go Exalted Angel just for the Mass Cure versus Renewal. Because I get extra DCs. Oh shit. Go in. Oh good, it's dead. You got it.
Volunteers to mine for the jewels? Wonderful. You'll make a splendid new miner. Enthuses everything. How much harder you'll work.
I'm just gonna get the Decaying Battle Rager.
And still, it'll only hurt for a moment.
I can't target the Battle Rager, which is very irritating right now. Good thing it's frozen. There we go. In Eagle Hackin'. I highly recommend people stand here. If you aren't in melee, you should stand where I'm standing. this is when the ads come in, and then we go like so, and we slow down all the ads as they're coming in. There we go. All about getting rid of the miners. Whew. Hey, we're getting it done, man. This is good. Cool. And that's level 30.